I'm Melissa. This is Martin, Haley, and Maddie, and we're cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Cavalier. We welcome you to hop aboard and share in this journey with us. We're leaving New York City. This is actually the New Jersey side over here. Headed our way up the Hudson.
Up and go. A big world is out there waiting for us to live in every day. Outside, you will find there is love all around you. It takes you, makes you wanna say that it's a beautiful night.
All right, well, welcome back to the Cavalier for another episode of Cruising Cavaliers. Cheers. Where we left off, we were in New York City, and now we're leaving there. We're cruising up the Hudson towards the Erie Canal. So we left Liberty Landing and started heading up the Hudson. And our first stop was at the Cortland Yacht Club, and it's a smaller yacht club. Right on the Hudson. There really isn't much anything there. There was a tiny little stand or whatever. They did
a little cafe.
Little cafe type thing. But we went over and had a beer.
The guys there were really helpful, though. They
really were.
They really were cool.
Yeah. So we pretty much, that was just a stopover. Stay one night and stop over, and that's what we did. And it took a while to get there because we were bucking the current. You got to kind of time your going up the Hudson if you can, because it's a pretty strong current depending on which way the tides are going. So we were actually bucking it going up almost the entire way. So it took us a while to get up there. So it did take us a little longer. It was about a 50-mile run up there, and it took us about 6.5 hours or something to get up there. All right, well, welcome back to the Bridge of the Cavalier. I think we're going to check in here with Captain Melissa and see how things are going. Captain?
Yeah, we're just heading up the Hudson River. We just passed the George Washington Bridge, and we're kind of losing civilization.
Yeah.
It's like all kinds of buildings, and then there's still a few around, but it's getting quite desolate out here. So
yeah, it's pretty nice. I guess we haven't really gotten to the point where they have the steep sides yet, but it's definitely pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
It's nice and calm. It was supposed to be like 1-footers, which isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
But we think it's more like 1-inchers.
Yeah. So it's nice and calm.
It's just nice and calm.
And you can see Melissa has her navigators and first mates here ready to go. Help out wherever they need to. All right. Anyhow, anything else? I think it should be good for you.
Nice day.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy as life goes.
As you can see, we just passed under the George Washington Bridge, and you can see the New York skyline in the background there. Looking pretty cool. You can see over here on the New York side, I think that's still like Upper Harlem there or something, and it's pretty good, but we're about to lose most of the New York buildings. And then back over here on the New Jersey side, you can see some skyscrapers in the distance, but pretty much we're down to the cliffs on the side of the river. So pretty neat. Goodbye, New York. It was fun. All right, here's the New Jersey side. A couple little buildings way up there on top. I don't know how the heck they get up there, but looks like they must have a great view.
Story we tell to a very own. So let's live lost in the moment taking it all in as we go. You know I'm counting on you now running. Stay with me, let it keep on coming. You and I need to hold on to you. Yeah, as the world is in constant motion, you stay with me through the strange emotion. You and I, we will make it through. Yeah.
Then the next day, we got up and we were headed up to Kingston, to the Maritime Museum Marina. And this time we actually timed it perfectly on the tides. We were able to leave a little later, and we were actually caught it, and we kind of rode the tide the whole way up. And so we had like a mile and a half push the whole way, so it was pretty good. Yeah. So we got in pretty early up there. Then we got in before noon, I think, up there. Yeah. So that was pretty neat. And again, we were in the little town of Kingston, and there was a little museum there. We were staying at their on their dock, and then pretty much what we did there is there was a neat bunch of different restaurants there actually in there. There was one right next to it that people said was good. And it was the old Savannah restaurant, and so we walked over there and took the dogs, walked over and had lunch, and that was pretty.
And
neat.
they have a dock outside the restaurant that you can pull up and tie to and stay overnight for free. They just ask that you eat at the restaurant, and so while we were there, there was a couple looper boat that came in, and they were docking up. So Martin runs out. We just ordered our food, so he runs out and goes help him tie up. And so
because there's nobody to help you tie up. You got to tie up yourself. So.
And so we got to talk to them a little bit, which was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. So anyhow, we did that. Then after lunch, we walked around the little town downtown. Old town, pretty neat. There was a lot of little shops and restaurants and different things there. Probably what, about maybe 4 blocks long or something for the old part.
It was pretty small but pretty cute.
Yeah.
It was just blazing hot.
It was really hot. It was pretty hot. So
we didn't linger around anymore.
Yeah, we left the AC running on the boat when we left, so we were kind of waiting to get back to the boat and get back in the AC.
And we didn't go to this place, but there's a donut shop apparently.
Oh yeah.
You must go to, but we didn't do it. But I guess they make the donuts right there in front of you and stuff. So
yeah.
Cute town.
It was a cute town, yeah. So then, there was, like I said, there was some other loopers there too, and we kind of, had little docktails with them talking to them. So that was kind of fun. Okay, well, welcome to the bridge of the Cavalier. This morning we're headed out of Cortland Yacht Club, and we're headed up to Kingston, and this is going to be a really cool section of the Hudson River, because it's what they call the fjord section, where the really steep banks and they come down, and it's really deep, and we go right by West Point, and it's pretty cool. So we got an early start because of the way the current goes. The tides cause current, and there's a lot of current in the Hudson, and it can either be going against you by 2 miles an hour or going with you by 2.5 miles an hour. So we timed it so we're starting on still on a rising tide, and hopefully we can just coast on in there the whole way with that, and that'll give us a push and get us there, because it can make the difference of like an hour and a half on a journey like this. So it's pretty significant for the way we go. So pretty good. We should get there into Kingston about noonish or something like that, and have time to go check out the town. So it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. So anyhow, we'll check back later, and thanks for coming along with the Cruise and Cavaliers.
Yeah, as the world is in constant
make it through.
Yeah, so then we went up to Shady Harbor, which is in New Baltimore, I think it is. Yeah, New Baltimore. Again, it was kind of a stopover. There was a really good restaurant there, though, and I guess it's popular. People go there from all over the place, not just because the little town wouldn't support that restaurant. The restaurant was pretty big, and it was packed. You had to have reservations, and they were known for their prime rib, and that's what I had. And we actually went with about 6 other loopers, so it was kind of fun. We had a little party there, and about half the people had prime rib, and half the people had something else. So pretty good. Anyway, welcome back to the Bridge of the Cavalier. We're leaving Kingston, and we had a nice little stay there, just a night. Didn't do too much. Went out and had lunch and stuff like that, but it was pretty good. But now we're cruising on up to Shady Harbor. So it's the next leg of the next full leg of the we'll be on. Well, we might still be on the Hudson for one more after that, but we're getting pretty close. I think we've got 2 more legs and we'll be done with the Hudson. So it's going to be a nice little cruise today. Probably about a 4-hour trip. Where again we're timing it to the current. We get to go a little later today because as you go up the river, the tides and the currents get later. So we didn't have to start till a little before 8 o'clock today. So kind of got to sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice.
So
It's a little hazy today. I think it's from the Canadian fires that they have up there. They said on the news that the wind had shifted. It was really bad one about a week or so ago, and then it got fine, and then now it's shifting back this way. So we can still see fine, but just a little hazy.
Yeah, we were happy because our trip through New York wasn't too bad because of that. So that would have really been not good if we couldn't even see the Statue of Liberty. So anyhow, I think we'll probably check back in later. But thanks for coming aboard with Cruising Cavaliers.
A lovely day. I'm glowing from the love you give to me. A perfect way of showing what happiness can be.
Okay, well, we also did something new this morning that we've never done before, leaving the dock. And why don't you tell us about it, Captain?
We did the pivot maneuver. And so we were on a dock, and there was a boat in front of us and a boat behind us. And so we had to get off the dock. And so we undid all the lines. We put a ball fender on the back stern, and we had a spring line that I was monitoring as Martin pulled the bow out so that we wouldn't go backwards. And so I was just kind of holding on to that, and once he got out there, then I just let go of that, and we were on our way.
Move on out. We did it. It wasn't a challenging situation. No, not a lot of current, not a lot of wind, but it was good to practice it because you need to be able to do that to be able to get out of really tight situations. You can't just drive the boat out.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Yeah, we looked like we knew what we were doing.
Yes, we did.
To me, a perfect way of showing what happiness can be.
We're here at the Albany Yacht Club, and right across the river there is Albany, New York. Staying here a few days, getting caught up on some things. There's several other loopers here. We had docktails last night. That was a lot of fun.
So we're here at the marina here in Albany for a few days, and Martin took the opportunity to do some provisioning.
Yep. Okay, so anyhow, people ask us sometimes how you do provisioning, and pretty much the answer is any way you can. But this is one of them, the ways we do it. You can see we're using Walmart, but Walmart will deliver. As long as you're within like 20 miles of a Walmart store, you can order, and I ordered this a few hours ago and it just showed up now. Or you can schedule it for days in advance, whatever you want to do. But you get a lot of stuff here. I mean, you know, we got breads here, we got paper towels. You see down there some fresh produce, lettuce, some teas, some you know, other things, sweets, and different meats. I got a bunch of different hamburgers and stuff for doing stuff. We actually got prime steaks. These are prime New Yorks, and they're actually, we've had them before from there, and it's actually pretty good. And you know, pretty much this is how we do it. What they'll do is I have a year-long subscription to it, so all the delivery is free. They'll deliver a small amount to as much as you want, and it's all free of charge, because I'm paying like $100 a year or something for the deliveries. But we use them probably, I don't know, every few marinas or whatever we're in, we'll have stuff delivered like this. So it's pretty good. It's worked out really well. So anyhow, this is one way we do it.
We were here for the 4th of July, and there were 3 other looper boats here. So we got together and had a potluck, and Second Sabbatical invited us over to their boat to watch the fireworks.
There are good ships and wood ships and ships that sail the sea, but the best ships are friendships, and may that always be.
Cheers!
Cheers! So the official fireworks were canceled due to the weather, but we did get to see a few little fireworks that people were putting off on their own.
Shady.
Oh yeah, no, Kingston. Let's just start over. Before leaving the dock, so why don't you tell us about it, Captain?
What is that?
Okay, take 4. So if you want to dock in a neighborhood, who you gonna call? Bow Thruster!